Coach Bush, welcome back home to Cincinnati, and everyone here. It's great to see all angles of aquatics in the area, in one area. Thank you, Lisa, for inviting me to be part of this wonderful event. I'm a lifelong Cincinnatian. I'm a huge fan of everything in Cincinnati, whether it's the city, the communities, swimming, football, baseball, basketball, anything. And we are in the best of all sports, that's swimming. I believe that this is the center of the swimming world. And because of so many contributions we've made to the sport here locally, nationally, and around the world. And I also believe there's one person who is responsible for that, and that is who we're honoring tonight here, and that's Claudia Multer. I met Claudia 29 years ago when I started my job, my position in the YMCA, and one person who I met and I saw her work our meets. She worked every meet I went to. I learned from her. I learned everything that I know about swimming and meets and meet management is through this person. There's one person who's touched the lives of everyone in here, whether it be YMCA swimming, USA swimming, high school swimming, or master swimming, and that is Claudia Multer. She started our YMCA swim league, I believe, well before I was involved, and that's been a while. And she's still as active today as she was when she started for the benefit of her young children who were swimming at the time at the Hamilton West YMCA. When she started the swim league, 8 teams decided that they were running invitations. They needed a way to record the times to time the new modern timing systems had come out. So they joined forces to purchase a timing system, a Colorado timing system. And she decided that someone had to be responsible for it or their investment would turn into a pile of junk. So who that person was Claudia. So there's no mentor in the area. There's no one to help her learn how to do it. She had to figure it all out on her own. And she did, and she became an expert. Not only a local expert, but a world expert. Then the scoring programs all came, and she learned that area also. And she learned that also from scratch with no experience, no mentor. She developed on her own to be the single leading expert in timing system and scoring of meets. And that's why all these groups attach themselves to her, because she was the very best, and still is the very, very best. When I met 10 years into my relationship with her, I said, and that was about 19 years ago, I said, Claudia, you're working full-time at the Y, you're running meets every single weekend between all the high school meets, USA meets, Y meets. Why do you do it? Why do you spend so much time away from home and at swimming to the swimming pool, a hot swimming pool, that is? And her answer was very simple. I just want it to be right for the kids. And that's something that stuck with me my entire career and has inspired me to try to be the best that I can possibly be for the kids that I had the privilege to work with on an everyday basis. She is the absolute best in the world in what she does. She's here in Cincinnati, and she goes from Cincinnati and travels around the world to make swimming better. I'll age myself with this analogy, but I think it's important. I said this when she was given the Rogers Award, the highest award from the National YMCA. And I said, when Johnny Bench retired, Sparky Anderson, his manager, said, you will never, ever see the likes of Johnny Bench again. And I will say that we will never, ever, ever see the likes of Claudia Multer. Ever. So with that said, it is my extreme pleasure to honor the Service Award tonight to Miss Claudia Multer.
Okay, testing. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Louisa. Um, if it's in the water, I enjoy it. Now, I've never participated much in water polo. There wasn't enough time to include that in my repertoire. But again, if it's in the water, I just love it. I really appreciate the reward. There's not a lot that I can say to add what Mike has said. I just feel like things have just fallen into my lap. It wasn't anything that I went looking for, but the timing system opened a lot of doors for me. We had a lot of great experiences, and there's a lot of stories that could be told, but I wouldn't tell them all tonight. But it was a great learning experience, and it, as he said, it opened doors here, there, national, and others. I've enjoyed every minute. I'll just tell you that our first introduction to swimming, of course, the kids come home from swim class. The swim instructor said they could be on the swim team. So we went to the meeting, and turned out they practiced from 5:30 to 6:30 at night. And I was like, we don't want to do that. That'll interfere with our family dinner hour. But you know, when I jumped into swimming, I didn't realize how big my family would get. This swimming community is just one big family, and it doesn't matter where you go. You just keep absorbing, and your family just grows exponentially. All the opportunities have been given to me to learn that made me better. It's one of my favorite expressions that many of you have heard. I just tell people, I'm not really that smart. I'm 50,000 mistakes ahead of you. Well, I've probably said it long enough that I'm probably about 100,000 mistakes ahead of you now. But that's how we learn. We make a few mistakes, we pick up and we learn from them, and there we go. Of course, I've been at it a lot of years. People say, well, how long are you going to do this, Claudia? I said, well, until it's not fun anymore. Or my goal, the perfect meet. No mistakes. Then I can retire because there is no more challenge left. You know what the chances are of that? I brought my prop up here just as a joke because most of you know me as a face behind a computer. So I just thought, well, maybe I needed something in front of my face so that you know who I was.
Sure, that's like a toy.
Mike says it's my toy. When he first got his iPad, I kept calling it his toy. And I have an iPad too now. Or I could have brought the big box. I still have it, you know, with the amber screen that we did some of the first meets on. But I didn't want to do that. But I want to thank Louisa and all of you here. You have all helped me learn, helped me grow. It's a sport that I love, and I appreciate my family here. I can't quit without thanking my husband, who has supported and encouraged me all along the way. And when I get myself buried, you know, because I said yes too many times, he's always there to say, what can I do to help? He didn't make the problem, I did, but he's always there to help support me. So I appreciate all of them and all of you, and I thank you again.